Dave East, a rapper from East Harlem, New York, represent, has released his project Survival, and I can't wait to just express my feelings towards this particular project. But let's start off by saying at the end of the day, I do not hate any of these particular artists. I'm just a guy that simply enjoys music, loves to review music. This is my opinion. You can have your own opinions down below in the comments, but understand this is my opinion. So let's just get started right off the bat. I absolutely enjoy this album. I love it. There hasn't been an album I enjoyed since Forest Hills Drive that I relate to. I'm not saying I haven't enjoyed any projects lately, but this particular album just takes me back to a time that I wish I never left. And just overall, Dave East, as he expresses his past experience and the things that he's been through overall, from the track to On My Way Back to School to Mom, I Made It and things like that, expressing the emotional, outcome that he has going. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Literally, I was afraid. I was afraid of going into the project because the full length of the album is 20 tracks, excuse me. 20 tracks, which runtime about an hour or possibly longer. So I was afraid of coming into the album. But like I said, if an album entertains me that are over, 17 tracks, then I'll tend to give it a point anyways, because as long as the album is entertaining itself, then I will enjoy it. From the outstanding production, DJ Premier on the introduction track did fantastic. Excellent job by DJ Premier. One of the best DJs of all time, regardless of how you feel about whatever DJs on top, from DJ J Dilla and all of them. I feel like DJ Premier is definitely a top five, probably a little bit higher. But anyways, yeah, this project is absolutely one of my favorite. Like I said, I haven't relate to an album ever since the Forest Hills Drive by J. Cole. I'm not so sure if you can see it. Matter of fact, yeah, this album right here is my favorite album of all time. And why is that, you may ask? I relate to it as in this storytelling you get from the atmosphere of the character, and to the character, it makes it seem like a real person, which is obviously weird. But that's what Forest Hills Drive reminds me of. Also, similar with Survival with the Dave East track, and honestly, it is going into my top 10 because this album, honestly, I relate to it, and it possibly will be my favorite, one of my favorite albums of all time. I have to go back to it again because here's how I do my album reviews. One, I focus on the production. Two, I focus on the topic and what are they saying. And three, the overall experience. The overall experience would be how I take all of it together and see if it comes out right. That's what I tend to do with the album reviews. And each of those three steps, I have to fully listen to the album. It's part of my job. And I don't want to mess anything up and saying, oh, I don't like it like that. I haven't done that. I'll admit there has been certain times that I didn't do it, but this was a time that I had to because I really was digging this project and it came out the way I wanted it to. There are a few questionable lines here and there, especially the second track, but then Dave East, of course, carried that track. The vocalist did fantastic when it started to catch up with me. I think the second time I had to check back. Second time was when it actually got me, but yeah, this was absolutely fantastic. I have no words to really express much because I love it. It's already in my Spotify playlist. There's three tracks that I put in there that I couldn't pick which ones that I wanted, so I just picked those three that I absolutely loved, and it's just overall a great experience for this album that I'm glad to come upon with it. So yeah, it's a great album nonetheless. I'm not editing anything out. This is just something I personally feel, and yeah, what my review will be. Well, my overall score that I'll give the album, an outstanding 8 out of 10. Although people may doubt Dave East, you can't doubt his past experience that can overall turn into a song or an album, and yet rappers don't tend to do that now. And that's something what I love about Dave East. So, Mr. Dave East, this is my overall review on the album. I love it. And yeah, by the way, on discussion week next week, well, on a Monday, you guys know by now, there will be three topics I'll talk about. And speaking about Forest Hills Drive, as I mentioned, one of the topics is J. Cole. And you guys probably know what it is by now, but and my most anticipated album, which is an LP, but I'm still calling it album, Dogma Resistance by Riot. And as what you all expected, it is an EDM project. So be there for discussion week next week. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's my most anticipated album, and hint, it did not disappoint. That's all I'm saying. I can't wait to review it. So yeah, well, let me know what do you guys feel about this Dave East project. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy this review? How I explained myself on this particular album? And yeah,